Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is the news beat presented to you by Ladies Like and Survivor. Follow the beat from the studio to the street. Info with the flow keeps you sharp and in the know. Sit back, relax, enjoy the news. Follow. Many parts of Africa are already facing disease, hunger and water shortages due to El Nino and the unpredictable weather changes causing drought in some areas and flooding in other regions, and affecting the harvesting cycle and the condition of the vegetation.
The Ethiopian government, along with various aid agencies, has revealed that it needs $600 million to cope with the crisis. Drought has also claimed thousands of livestock in South Africa's northwestern province, and in Kenya, torrential rains have swept away thousands of acres of crop produce.
Much as northern Uganda is recovering from a long dry spell, the devastating off-crop harvests has been on a very large scale.
As weather patterns in northern Uganda continue to be unpredictable, communities are being encouraged to grow quick maturing plants like vegetables.
Local communities have been urged to change their bad agricultural practices and to stop cutting down trees for charcoal and other commercial purposes, as well as overgrazing, which has also strained the land resources.
The Karamojong farming technique of leaving a bare field has also caused lots of topsoil and contributed to silt.
The Karamojong are now in desperate need of food and aid in several communities, and the Uganda government has responded by giving out corn flour and beans to the affected communities.
The El Nino phenomenon, which has also escalated diseases like cholera and malaria, is expected to intensify in some African regions by the beginning of next year. Africa has come a long way from being a collection of Western colonies, as it now has 7 of the world's 10 fastest growing economies. Luxury good companies are looking to Africa as the next target as growth slows down in other emerging markets. Many African cities have become centers of affluence, from Marrakesh to Nairobi to Nigeria's metropolises. Wealthy Africans don't have to go shopping in Milan. They can access luxury brands in Lagos or Abidjan. There's evidence of Africa's growing wealth from Rwanda's skyline to the million-dollar mansions along Mozambique's coastline. Nigeria has benefited from its emerging middle class and rising population, and is now one of the fastest growing markets for French champagne and digital television. Although Cape Town has more millionaires than any other African city, most of its black inhabitants still live in abject poverty. South Africa's lopsided economy, which stems from its colonial history, has made the Rainbow Nation the world's most unequal country. Africa's growing wealth is still exclusive to a small elite society, but it can be a reality to many if education is given priority, producing a skilled labor force, especially in the sector of technology, in order for the continent's prosperity to be shared by the majority.
Niger's motto is fraternity, work, progress. Although ranked the lowest in the UN Human Development Index, the country managed to surprise the rest of the continent by producing the first female pilot lieutenant. 28-year-old Ouma Lawali was trained in the US as part of the security cooperation deal between the two countries. Lieutenant Lawali pursued a military career in a time when people in Niger continue to live in fear. Niger has gone through 3 periods of military rule and democracy only following a 2010 coup. The country faced a threat from the Boko Haram terrorist group, and the brave pilot wants to be part of the solution by joining the intelligence surveillance renaissance operation. Lieutenant Lawali might be the first in her country, but not on the continent. There are female fighter pilots in Ghana, Rwanda, Kenya and South Africa. The continent is changing and trying to overcome its challenge. Gender equality is still out of balance, yet Libya has a female president, and there are over 60% women in Rwanda's parliament. All examples to follow for the continent.
Breakdance has become a force to empower the youth. Let us see how it went down at the breakfast jam.
Abrams from BPU reached out to me, and he's also a member of my group, Rocksteady Crew. And he reached out to me and said, hey, you know, we want to ask the U.S. Embassy if they would fly you out to be a part of our event. And they asked me if I would judge. and do a workshop and speak at a film screening for a film that I was in. And I was like, yeah, you know, let's do it, no problem. I was interested because of the different elements of entertainment mixed in with education. So like KRS-One would say, edutainment. And the fact that they were involving neighboring countries, it wasn't just Uganda, but they're still working on building a unity with people from Rwanda or Tanzania, wherever they came from, just to be here at this event and be supportive is a great thing. And they're just basically using hip hop as a tool to bring people together, which is, I think, when you think about when hip hop first established its lane and goal and mission, this is what it's all about.
For those who missed, maybe your neighbor will tell you, but it was a massive package at the breakfast jam. That was the news of the beat. Next week will be another hit, Still Ladies Like and Survivor, reporting live and direct with love and respect. Follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat.
Follow the beat.
Follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat.
Follow the beat.